What up, guys? So, Pirate Rumble Grand Festival, I believe it's called that. Let's go here in the adventure Grand Party. So, this game mode is a little bit more different than Pirate Rumble, but it requires a little bit more of how can I say, technicality. So, I want to show you and I want to explain to you how you can build a good team for tips and tricks that you can use so you can build the perfect Grand Party team. The first one is one trick that most of the content creators and pros in OPTC use in the very first days of Grand Party. Then you really have to start building up your team. So let's get started. When we go to Grand Party, you're gonna be welcomed by this. Here you can check the rewards. So if you see, you can only win up to 15 times and you get 10 rainbow gems, so it's a pretty good reward. So here, when you get your team ready, you're gonna go to GP match, and here you can select one of these three teams to battle and try to win. So I have my team right here from the previous season, but I'm gonna show you how you can perfectly build the perfect team. So when you want to do exactly that, we want to go to setup. I'm sorry. Okay, when you go to setup, you're gonna have these spaces, these templates when you can build the team that you want. I want to start from 0, so we're gonna go multi-select, we're gonna start over, we're gonna go okay. I don't know, here we go here again, also we reset it, and here we go. Now the first trick that I was talking to you about that most of the pros in OPTC use is they try to use a team that has lower battle power. Why is that? Because most of the teams, or the way Grand Party works is, as long as you keep winning battles, you are gonna be pairing with more stronger teams. So if you begin with a lower team, a little bit more weak, and if you beat a team as weak as yours, the gap that you're gonna grow in terms of difficulty it's not gonna be as big as, for example, if I use this team of 169,000, it's gonna go until 2,000. Okay, so if we will, for example, I don't know, we edit the leader. No, okay. So let's see. I use, I don't know, Luffy, the new 10th anniversary Luffy should be right here, and this is my leader. And so I'm gonna pick maybe 4 characters. I'm gonna pick the int, and I'm gonna select only the units with Pirate Rumble good abilities. So let's see, I'm gonna pick this bunny, and I'm gonna pick Moria, for example. So this is my int team. This is the team that I'm gonna start with in Grand Party, and I'm gonna build other teams specifically, all based on the abilities from my leader. So if we wanna see it, we go here and we go GP stats. Here you can go see the leader skill of the unit that you're putting as your leader in your Grand Party team. So it says here at level 5, Psi and Int. So you wanna focus your team based on this and these classes. So you're gonna have to try to mix Psi Int with Powerhouse, Fighter, and Cerebral. From there, you start building your team. This is the first trick that you should use. When you start scaling in power, then you really want to start building up your team. For that, you really have to try to cover as much space as possible. Let's go back to here, to this team. So we now know the things that we want to focus on. We want to focus on int and psi. and we're going to focus on powerhouse, fighter, and cerebral. All right, there we go. So these units are the ones that we're gonna make our teams based on. We're gonna try to only use these specific units to better use our GP leader stat. But I don't know, maybe you go, oh, you know what, I want to pick a different leader. Okay, you have to first select it from the units that are here, and then you can start building up from there. Let's see, for here I have already the filters put in, so I want to, I don't know, these units are pretty good for int, but I don't really want to use a lot of legends as of moment. So let's see, if you are, for example, you should really pull for in the Pirate Rumble Sugo Fest. I know that is not really recommended. You should really only do it if you can support it, if you are capable of. But why is that? Because you can get a lot of units exclusively from the Pirate Rumble. For example, this hero, this Dory right here, it's one of the best int power Pirate Rumble units that are in One Piece Treasure Cruise. So I really want to pick this, and it's only a 20 unit cost. This also is a Pirate Rumble unit, pretty good, and it's also int. It's on. If we go here in Pirate Rumble abilities, int type team HP level up 2, attack level 1, and the Pirate Rumble special we do half stats, targets medium range for enemies, and side type enemies for special city delay. So you should really try to look out for this. If you don't find them, you can really go to here at sort and go to cost. From here, the Pirate Rumble I believe are in the 20 theory. For example, let's see. I believe this is Pirate Rumble. Yes, it is. So this Diamond Yosu is a Pirate Rumble unit specifically for int, and it's a 20 cost. So here you can, I believe it's 30, but it becomes 20 for Pirate Rumble. So this is also a Pirate Rumble unit that is also in the banner. It's Ors. So it gives us guard for the first 40 seconds of battle. It's a really outdated unit, but nonetheless, it's a unit that you can use to fill up the gaps of your team. So from there, you really should start only focusing on trying to put as many units as possible. Try not to use only legends, because you're gonna end up like a team like this. For example, let's put I don't know. You know what I wanna put in my team also here, Utah, and I wanna put this queen. See, we already are limiting ourselves to a really low team. But if we save the Utah for other team, for example, and we decide to go down below here, and instead of focusing this team on a mix-up of all the things we checked out, we can really only focusing on gathering up int units. So we can go and pick this Dory right here. We can pick the Yosu, the Om. What other unit we can pick from here? Let's see. Maybe this is a unit, a parrot. I don't remember. Yeah, but it's pretty basic. These are side units, so that's a no. Okay. Maybe okay, this. So if you see, maybe let's see. Let's pretend that this is a unit, okay? Here. So as you see, instead of only having a team of 5 units, we got our 8 units, and we have our team ready. this right here, you can check the power level of your team and the cost. We cover the entirety of the cost, so our battle power is gonna be really up the hikes. If you repeat this with the other teams down below, you really wanna have going to have a pretty good team. But as I told you, so it can be a little bit more easy for you. You can pick, for example, if Luffy focuses on Psi, Int, Cerebral, Fire, and Powerhouse, you can say, oh, you know what? This team is gonna focus on Int, and this team is gonna focus on Cerebral. So you go here, select all the classes, you clear, and you go pick Cerebral. So now you have more range of units that you can put in your team. This also changes the way you can structure, because if you have the Cerebral part, you're gonna be able to pull off a lot more units than previously. So now you can pick Yuta, and maybe you can pick Queen. We really need to get rid of this law right here. So okay, we go here only to deselect the, oh, we can start over. Yeah, that's much better. So we go here and we pick our Yuta, which is a really good Cerebral Para Rumble unit. We can pick up Queen. Sugar is also a very good unit. This Reiju también, it's a really good Para Rumble unit to use. And then the same thing, we go here to cost and we can look out for the Para Rumble units that we have, which are really good, honestly. The good part of the Para Rumble units is that not only the rare recruits are a low cost, but also the legends. So if you manage to get a Para Rumble legend, it's gonna be a really good thing to have, mostly because of the cost that you can add it to your team and make up the most of the battle power that you can have. So if we already pick 4 legends, we can fill up with other units that we have. So I'm gonna pick this Corazon right here. What else can we do? Let's see. Maybe, I don't know if this is a Para Rumble unit. Maybe for Sai? Striker. Okay, now it's not gonna work for us. Okay. It is Cerebral, but it focuses on Striker. So you could pick her up, but it's not gonna increase the damage of the other characters only for her. So it's a little bit of a downside. It's something that you have to really focus on. But you can really check out the legends right here that you have. So in this case, if you go, oh man, you know what? I really don't have a lot of Cerebral units to use. Then you keep trying. Then we go to the Powerhouse then, and we start over. And then you go for example, oh, this Luffy is very good in Para Rumble. It's one of the best units that you can have, but focuses on strength. So it's really not good on the long run because your unit doesn't power up the color. You could use him for Powerhouse. The downside is that it doesn't support Powerhouse. Most of the buffs that he has, this Luffy, focuses on strength, so that's a little bit of a big no. This Slow Blucher right here, we can check him out. See, it's Powerhouse, but it powers up Dex units. So yeah, it's a little bit more hard in Para Rumble because it's more competitive than Grand Festival. Para Rumble is a little bit more casual. Grand Party it's a little bit more hard content. But the other trick is, if you see that you're starting to having a little bit of trouble with your teams, then my brother, there's no easy way to do this, but you go, oh, you know what? I really want to use this Luffy on Grand Party, so I need to edit the leader. So you're gonna have to change leader, which means that if we go to this Luffy and we change it, this is the leader skill. It's gonna power up strength, but also fire and powerhouse. If this works better for you, go for it, because you really need your leader to pull off all the 3 teams that you have. The other trick that I have for you is check out the rules. So this tells us that Dex type HP up level 10, Psi type attack up level 10, Free Spirit Striker class have buffs, and if you have Sora and San GGP boards, launch requirement 40% down. So this is an intent from OPTC to really debuff the unit of Sora and Sanji. So you really don't want to use the unit in this in this kind of event, of season, of Grand Party. It's go both or each one. So you're gonna have to, if you want to avoid having a Sora and Sanji to prevent this debuff. But this season is gonna be up to Dex and Psi and Free Spirit and Striker. So from there you start seeing your unit and you make the most team possible. Finally, I have another trick for you, and it's how you can properly level up your Pirate Rumble character unit. There are 4 things that you have to consider, and it's another video. I'm gonna leave it to you at the end of it. But I really hope that you enjoyed this one. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free and you help me creating way more amazing content of OPTC and more games that we have here in the channel. My name is Jules, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Take care.